Let's meet the visitors.
It's the final game of the regular season, Greg. It's time to look ahead for most teams.
And for some, that's looking towards the playoffs, right? Others, it's looking to the offseason, but don't look too far down the road just yet. We've got a game to play.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward. Now here's Morant. Coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. No good on the three. Conley against Bain. Left block shot on the way. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Timberwolves ball.
On defense, the Grizzlies. Edwards looking it over. Shot clock at 5. Over Bain. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Well, you see the size and the strength and that ability inside. Edwards can play like a power forward at times.
The three from Morant. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And here's Morant after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Here's Edey, defended by Gobert. Morant outside. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. They get the rebound. Edey laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here is Conley. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Outside, Bain. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. A three ball. And rebounded by McDaniels. Timberwolves leading by 3. Has to Gobert. Randall outside. No good from outside. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bain.
Kind of a rare spot for Bain, but he's a true shooter, so he can get it dialed in.
Outside, Edwards. Randall with a screen for Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Grizzlies trail by 3. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you.
He used to catch defenders off guard with his range, but now everyone knows that Bain is a marksman.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Good time for This is Peter from on the big screen. Then you know what to do. Show us the move. You're on the big screen. We have the back.
Some changes for Memphis. Off's jacked in, and it's Jaren Jackson in for Kennard. Minnesota also making some changes. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. .115 left in the first quarter. DiVincenzo with it. His last outing, he had 24 points. Alexander Walker passes to Randall. Just 5 on the clock. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Bain, no good.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Come get it, come get it.
And here is DiVincenzo. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Randall. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know, one thing you have to admire about Randall is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
Minnesota shooting their first free throws of this game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And he can't get the first one. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Kennard's checked in. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Edwards, he's checked in for Clark. Good on the second free throw. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jackson against Randall. Here's Jackson. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Pippen from past the arc. And again, it's Memphis with a 3. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Grizzlies lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
They've got Jackson. Pippen is out there with Kennard. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Huff in at the center position. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now Edwards. He's got 7. And it's good from the elbow. Edwards got 9.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
Now here's Pippen. Pass to Kennard. Over Edwards. Kennard's shot is off.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And you look at the Grizzlies defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
And he makes the first.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Wells, he's checked in for Memphis. Minnesota also with the sub. Einad's checked in. And he makes both free throws.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with a win.
And they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
And give a big welcome to your Grizzlies.
Baines checked in for the Grizzlies. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. Conley now comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Pippen. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Takes the 3. Cans it from downtown. Pippen's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Outside Edwards. Conley surveying the D. Pass to Reed. Here's Gobert. Clock at 6. It's blocked, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Conley gets the bucket.
And give credit to Gobert there. Excellent pass to an open teammate.
Pass to Huff. And here is Wells. Outside, Bain. Wells kicks to Jackson. 5 on the clock. And a wide open look for Bain. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Off the catch, Bain has that repeatable shot motion. It's just so consistent.
And Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the three by Minnesota. It's Pippen on the wing. Over by Conley. Pippen, the pass to Jackson. Bain looking around. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. DiVincenzo against Bain. Conley kicks to Reed. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Reed's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Timberwolves. 1:31 left to play here in the second quarter. Huff passes to Pippen. Memphis moving it around. Here's Jackson. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Jackson's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Checked in for the Grizzlies. Morant comes in for Pippen. Timberwolves also changing it up. Julius Randle comes in for Reed. And it's McDaniels in for Edwards. .111 left to play here in the half. Randle finds Conley. To the inside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Now here's Conley. He's got 5. Here's Randle. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Morant against Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Payne for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
And it's just a couple of bad breaks, and then you're on the losing end. I'm sure they're going to bounce back quickly.
Number 4, Robert Dillingham.
Memphis has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Here's Morant. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
A great scorer. Morant showing his poise on that shot.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
Line for 1, Ja Morant.
You know Ja Morant, such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups.
Outside Conley. Here's Randall. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Before we go any further, a look ahead to the games yet to be played tonight. Out in Indiana, it'll be the Pacers against the Cavaliers. That's a 7 p.m. tip-off, Eastern Time.
2 elite squads, Ernie. 1 winner. I'm expecting big things.
No doubt. Everyone in the league will be watching. Turning our attention to that first half for the Grizzlies. They find themselves in a close one.
Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed every bit of that bench production. It's been the difference. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Memphis leading, and so in the game for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's Conley in at the 1. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A tough cover in there. Jackson Jr. can post you, he can face you up, he can finish with either hand.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And that one falls for Jackson.
And what really distinguishes Jackson, the soft touch of his shot. Most young bigs are still developing that.
Jackson hits both of them. Here is Edwards. From downtown, Edey with the rebound.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Payne with the bucket.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
R.J. Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
And here's Morant, following Julius Randle's three. Jackson kicks to Morant. Payne for three. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Payne's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Grizzlies.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Let's see some of the numbers here for Rudy Gobert. Randle dishes to Gobert. Outside Conley. No one near Randle as he lets it go. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Randle's got 9.
And you don't see that kind of quickness from your bigs very often. Randle with great hands there.
Jackson passes to Morant. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
Bounce pass Conley. Randle finds Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. To the middle. Edwards making a statement.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. That free throw, no good. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, Ja Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
Here's Alexander Walker. Still yet to score. 6 on the shot clock. Bain against Edwards. Over Bain. Edwards, no good.
Normally he drains that.
Outside, Bain. Pass to Morant. Jackson with it. Outside, Bain. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now here is Conley. He has 5. Randall from outside. Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. That's on Jaren Jackson. The Timberwolves shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Julius Randle. 1 shot.
Santi Aldama's checked in for Wells. That one misses. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Jackson. Here's Edey, defended by Gobert. To the inside. That's his 5th miss of the game. He has made 6 of his 11 shots. Here's Randall. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Outside, Bain. Pass to Jackson. Over Randall. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Bain. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
Randall from outside. Good on the 3-point shot.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now here's Jackson. Over Randall. Jackson misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
That evens the score. Randall's got 16 here in the second half.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Morant. 10 points for him. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. "13 feet away." Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Edwards. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Julius Randle getting it done for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we'll be right back after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Desmond Bain. Santi Aldama is out there with Wells. Then it's Pippen. And it's Huff in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. They're having no problem finding shots in that area.
And he knocks down the first one. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Clark comes in for Alexander Walker. Both shots good from the stripe. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Outside, Bain. Sinks that one from the post. Bain's got 11 points here in just the second half.
He's really made his impact felt tonight. Bain has played with maximum effort tonight.
DiVincenzo passes to Reed. And the shot no good, a bit short.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
It's Pippen with the drive. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Outside, Bain fires from deep. Ingles with the rebound. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Pippen outside. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. A three-pointer is right on target.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Ingles with a screen on Pippen. Pass to Ingles. Edwards against Bain. It's tipped. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Ball's knocked loose, out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle them up right away.
All right, friends, it's handstand time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. Everybody get down.
Substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Joe Ingles. McDaniels, he's checked in for Clark. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. Now with this game up for grabs, Coach told his guys to think positive. He said, "We know this game is ours, fellas. We've earned it. I need you to show me right now that you want this." Can they get it done? We'll see. Guys.
Thanks so much, David. Out to the right wing. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. To tie it up, Mike Conley grabs the miss. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Desmond Bane.
And this is Edwards' game. And when he's aggressive and trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Wells with it. Jackson setting the pick here for Wells. And again, Memphis no good. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Back to Conley. Gobert with the screen on Morant. And slam dunk by Gobert.
It's Gobert showing some guts on that one. With that length, a good bet to get off a good look in that crucial moment.
Here's Morant. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
And this is where Morant really shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Morant. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Oh, one thing about Ja, he's determined.
Bane against Edwards. Edwards holding off the D and converts.
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
Gobert with the block. Morant against Conley. Morant kicks to Bane. Just 4 to shoot. Over Edwards. Minnesota with the rebound. And an intentional foul right there. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
And he drives in. What a jam!
Have mercy.
Wow.
That is just absolutely ridiculous. Look, we talk about Morant having that it factor, and then he makes the biggest play of the night.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
Edwards. It's good.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
They're trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
And so it's Memphis with it, trailing by 5. Jackson kicks to Morant. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
He gets a lot of defensive attention from Morant. He can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Second one is good. They both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Calm and cool, and his free throws put a bow on this one. Nice way to finish the game off.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Jaren Jackson Jr. His fourth personal foul. 15 fouls. At the line for the Timberwolves, Julius Randle.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. And he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8.
2 shots.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
And so Minnesota